shroud where, beyond the bay post the span, so Monet-like, so charcoal-edged. Then we would frolic in the brickyard fountain all a-gurgle, singing our waterfall song, and to chase down rows of palm the tangerine dreams of the dying day. Then home again we'd trundle under the inverted bowl, now painted all a purply hue, crossing the flow that bears my name, then into our hidden forest, no longer green, but now a black and blue. The gossamer selling moss would frame our house and glow, as if the foreshadow of departure dwelt within, a tale of Larka, perhaps of Poe. Then up into the mountains I would 4 years wander and wander through tones, and stone by stone my foot would tread down to the lake beyond the willowed cottage of words, and to my waiting ship, where I would row away as a white rose drifting onwards to the city of gold, to learn of them in their own language, to possess their magic, and to trek back again to my kingdom of azure and emerald. This is the footnote. The city of gold in Spanish is Salamanca. The kingdom of azure and emerald is Gallego slang for the coast of Biscay as the mountains come down to the sea. Then the darkened waters of the Charles awaited. How many days were there of sun? My rambling took me far into its whispering retreats of haddock and chablis, puncturing my silent discourse. Is there nothing here to stanch the blood of vanity, the grinding clamor of death works? My project spoke to me in the evening shadows, then to be rendered bare to paper in the morning time above the mold-green fog within the incandescent glare. I would downly, starkly stare at the open-mouthed creature, stick-figured, hollow, alas, for whom no windmill loomed upon the scorched Sierra. What secret had she stolen? What had she learned from them that she should reveal to us, they whispered. Ecstasis, I replied. My dissertation will capture Eros, but of the sort known only to the olive, the orange, and the seals of Oviedo, who cry in the night for the suffering of mankind. And they said yes, it did. And so kind she was with kettle of fish and saffron. Biscay is heaven, she would say to me, and to her husband. We are blessed. Her departed two were Madrilano now. For a decade since, the student boarders of UVA would come and go. Here are their pictures. Are there any that you know? And speak whispers of the empty nest. And so between Cervantes, Goya, and the banks of 36 would frolic on the dockside to ramble and discuss, to solve the problems of the world or to find the perfect date, and plunge into the yellow-pane murmuring retreats of bitter hard cider, and Ay Carmela, and Gallego rock upbeat. And in the fall, the Galician oak and cedar would violin moan to recall to wave the shell and salt. It must be plucked before the rain, she warned. It must be black yet firm to soften on the stove. In the casserole, the shoulder must cook so slowly as to nearly fall from the bone. Then quartered, the fruit is laid upon the simmering juice, and broth is added as scent with cinnamon and garlic. Then after stewing together for 45 minutes, the pork falls naturally upon the skin of the plums, the flesh having thickened the liquid. Sounds like a Bierzo sort of night, said he. But first, here's the cava for the Serrano and Manchego. And over the sparkle, the ham and cheese, the manzanillas and marconas, he laughingly admonished me. Too much junior year partying to take a road trip into the interior, perhaps? I really wasn't into wine till I met you. Besides, I really did learn how to cook like a native Galician. Well, I'm a culinary klutz, as you well know, and whatever you've got in that pot, it smells fantastic, so show me. And the conversation turned to the night of the cross, and the night under the almond tree, the evolution of sensibilities that perhaps caused the war, and the object of spiritual desire that surely remained incomprehensible to an Episcopalian that I was. But the Cora Campagna functions everywhere, he suggested, now teary-eyed, even within the eros of the perfect communion of friendship such as ours. And I told him that I loved him too, the glasses touched for the only time. This summer we should wander together in the path of stones, and that I would want to recreate my time, to see myself again at 20 so young and coltish. And he said yes, that he would go as he's never been. And besides, We love to hike. We'll start with this house.